Sis, let me guess. You've been posting carousels, you've tried reels with trending audio, you've even testing the closing scripts in the DMs, and still crickets. So you started telling yourself, maybe I just need a better funnel, or maybe I just need more traffic, or maybe I just need to post more. But what if none of that was actually the issue? What if it's not a content problem, not a traffic problem, not even a visibility problem? What if it is a belief problem? Because that's the missing piece nobody talks about. Here's what you're not being told. Funnels were designed for a completely different game. They were built for volume-based businesses, massive traffic, paid ads, cross-sells, upsells, downsells, automated email sequences that are sent off depending on who clicks what. And yes, I've seen it up close. I've worked with some of the biggest creators. The model definitely works, but only if you got the exposure, the team, and the budget to support it. So let me ask you this. Do you want to build a business that only works when you're on 3 platforms, running ads, and spending hours learning copywriting formulas? Or do you want a business that feels light, aligned, and doesn't require you to shout to be seen? Because what most sisters are doing right now is trying to copy a system that was never designed for them in the first place, and then wondering why it doesn't convert. Sis, it's not you, it's the model. Funnels rely on one thing: math. They assume that 1% to 2% of people will buy, and that if you just get enough traffic, it will be worth it. But here's the reality. If you're a Muslima building a digital offer, you're not trying to drive 50,000 cold visitors to a sales page. You're trying to get a handful of aligned sisters to say yes to something that is deeply valued to them. And the funnel model simply does not support that. It assumes that belief and trust is already there. But belief doesn't work like that. Not when you're faceless. Not when you're trying to build trust without being the face of your brand. So here's where or why it matters from a psychological point of view. Humans don't buy based on logic. They buy when the emotion makes sense and the belief feels safe. And belief is built in layers. Just like you wouldn't trust a stranger with your child after one introduction, you can't expect your audience to hand over money for a transformation that they can barely understand. Funnels rush belief. They try to convert before they connect, and they front load the pitch before the proof. And that's why so many sisters feel that resistance, even when the offer is good. So if your product or offer or service isn't selling, it's probably not because it's bad. It's because belief in your offer still isn't strong enough. It's not a visibility issue. It's not a traffic issue. It's a belief issue. And the amount of belief needed to sell a faceless, digital, transformational based offer is way higher than most people think. And that's the exact reason why plug and play funnels simply will not work for us. They assume that belief is already there, but you need to build it first before you ever pitch. And that's exactly what the belief loop was designed to do. Inside my MBA program and in my book, Hijrah Made Me Do It, I teach a framework called the belief loop. It's how you build buy now energy around your offer without chasing, without burnout, and without needing to post every single day or over explain your value in DMs. You know you've done that, sis. Now, let me walk you through why this model is so effective for faceless businesses. We start with one message. This isn't about content. It's about messaging that makes people remember you. Now, if someone lands on your page and can't clearly tell who you help, what you help them solve, and what makes your approach different, then you're not building trust. You're simply blending in. Messaging is what creates memory. Memory creates trust, and trust creates conversions, sales conversions. Now, from one message, we move on to the one community. Forget about followers. People think that the more followers you have, the more money you make. It's not true. You need a container, not just a crowd. You need a space where people can actually binge your thoughts, ask questions, and feel safe. And this is where trust deepens. And for sisters that are building faceless brands, this is how you replace the influencer factor with credibility and consistency. This is not about reach, it's about resonance. From one community, we move over to the One Clarity series. And this is truly your secret weapon. It's not a story highlight. It's not a reel, not a carousel. It's a real guided experience that walks someone from, this sounds nice, to, wow, subhanAllah, this makes sense and I truly need it. And that's what your Clarity series is for. It builds layered belief. It removes objections before they even arise. And it shows that you actually understand their journey better than anyone else. From the One Clarity series, we move over to the One Aligned offer. Because by this point, you're not convincing. You're not pushing. You're simply helping them move towards their dream transformation because belief has already been built. And when belief is there, the buying decision doesn't feel risky. It feels obvious. So you won't hear, sis, let me think about it. You'll hear, wow, subhanAllah, is there a spot left? How can I join? And where do I sign up? What happens next? That's the power of conviction. And obviously from that aligned offer, you'll get results and testimonials from your clients that you feed back into your one message to make it stronger. So no, it's not your Canva design. And no, it's not the algorithm. It's not because you need more traffic or you need more followers. It's because you've been sold a strategy that skips the one thing that matters the most for faceless creators: building belief. And once you build that loop, sales will feel aligned, business feels light, and clients come to you already trusting you. And that's what we help you do inside the MBA program. So for the full breakdown of the belief loop, including how I went from 0 to 5-figure months as a faceless Muslima, grab a copy of Hijrah Made Me Do It. The link is below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell, because in the next episode, I'll show you how to turn all that belief into a signature offer that sells before you even launch. We're not talking about random digital products. We're talking about a transformational based offer that make people feel called to buy. So see you in the next one, inshallah.